Advisory Council approves draft of Anti-Corruption Commission Amendment Ordinance 2025. As per new law, ACC officials must submit their asset statements, says Press Secretary. Sheikh Hasina sentenced to 21-year jail in plot scam cases. Saima Wajid Putul and Shajib Wajid Joy jailed for 5 years. Law enforcement agencies to provide all-out support to hold a free, fair and credible election, says EC Secretary. .6 magnitude earthquake jolts Dhaka and other parts, epicenter in Ghorashal. Death toll rises to 55 from Hong Kong building fire. About 300 people still missing. And Ireland beat Bangladesh by 39 runs in the first T20 of 3-match series in Chattogram. Assalamu alaikum. This is Shamim Khan, welcoming you all to News at 10. Those were the headlines. We now move on to the news in details. The government has approved the drafts of 4 ordinances. The Council of Advisors gave the final and in-principle approval to the drafts of the ordinance at its weekly meeting at the Chief Advisor's office in the city today. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus chaired the meeting. The ordinances are Anti-Corruption Commission ACC Ordinance Amendment 2025, Prevention and Suppression of Human Trafficking and Smuggling of Migrants Ordinance 2025, Rajdhani Unnayan Kortipokho Rajuk Ordinance 2025 and National Human Rights Commission Ordinance 2025. After the meeting, Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shafiqul Alam briefed the media at the Foreign Service Academy this afternoon.
আজকে 4টি বিষয় মূলত আলোচনা হয়েছে এবং খসড়া আইন চূড়ান্ত অনুমোদন হয়েছে। প্রথমটা ছিল দুর্নীতি দমন কমিশন রাকেটের সংশোধন অধ্যাদেশ 2025-এর খসড়া নীতিগত ও চূড়ান্ত অনুমোদন হয়েছে। দ্বিতীয়টা ছিল মানব পাচার ও অভিবাসী চোরাচালান প্রতিরোধ দমন অধ্যাদেশ 2025-এর খসড়া চূড়ান্ত অনুমোদন হয়েছে। আর তৃতীয় ছিল রাজধানী উন্নয়ন কর্তৃপক্ষ অধ্যাদেশ 2025-এর খসড়া নীতিগত ও চূড়ান্ত অনুমোদন হয়েছে। আর 4 হচ্ছিল জাতীয় মানবাধিকার কমিশন অধ্যাদেশ 2025 সংশোধন প্রস্তাব নীতিগত চূড়ান্ত অনুমোদন হয়েছে। দুর্নীতি দমন কমিশনকে কিভাবে আরো এফেক্টিভ একটা অর্গানাইজেশন করা যায় এবং বাংলাদেশের শেখ হাসিনার আমলে যেভাবে দুর্নীতি বিস্তার লাভ করেছিল এটাকে কিভাবে রোধ করা যায় সে বিষয়ে একটি দুর্নীতি দমন আইনটি নীতিগত ও চূড়ান্ত অনুমোদন হয়েছে। দুর্নীতি দমন কমিশনের কাজের প্রতিবেদন এখন থেকে তারা 6 মাসে অনলাইনে পোস্ট করবেন। আর একটা হচ্ছে যে যারা দুর্নীতি দমন কমিশনে আছেন তাদের অফিসারদের মূলত এটা এখনো ডিসাইড হয় নাই যে কারা কারা করবেন, বাট একটা নীতিগত ডিসিশন হয়েছে যে দুর্নীতি কমিশনের যে অফিসার বা যারা এই সরাসরি এই দুর্নীতি দমনের সাথে সম্পৃক্ত তাদের সম্পদের হিসাব দিতে হবে। এটা এই নতুন লতে এটা থাকবে আর কি। রাজধানী উন্নয়ন কর্তৃপক্ষ অধ্যাদেশ 2025-এর এটা একটা খসড়া নীতিগত ও চূড়ান্ত অনুমোদন হয়েছে। এখানে মূল ফিচারগুলো ছিল যে আপনি জানেন যে অনেক ক্ষেত্রে এই খেলার মাঠগুলোকে আমরা নষ্ট করে ফেলি, তারপরে একটা ভূমির তো বিভিন্ন রকমের বিন্যাস থাকে, একটা এটা কি জলাভূমি নাকি এটা উঁচু ভূমি, তো দেখা যায় যে ওই জায়গাটা অনেকে চেঞ্জ করেন করে এটাকে রাজুকের ভিতরে এটাকে বিভিন্ন ধরনের স্থাপনা তৈরি করেন। তো এই বিষয়ে চিফ অ্যাডভাইজার আজকে নির্দেশ ছিল গণপূর্ত এবং হাউজিং মিনিস্ট্রিকে যে তারা যেন এটা একটু এক্সামিন করে দেখে কিভাবে একটি এমন কোনো অথরিটি করা যায় কিনা যার আওতায় সারা বাংলাদেশে যেখানেই হোক প্রত্যেকটা বাড়ির ক্ষেত্রেই যাতে আমরা কনস্ট্রাকশন রুল মেনে চলি এবং ফায়ার সেফটিটাও ইনশিওর করি, সেই জন্য উনি আজকে এই খুব একটা নাতিদীর্ঘ একটা আলোচনা হয় এবং এই বিষয়ে চিফ অ্যাডভাইজার নির্দেশ দিয়েছেন।
A Dhaka court today sentenced former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to 21 years in jail in 3 cases over irregularities in plot allocation by Rajdhani Unnayan Kortipokho, Raju. Judge Muhammad Abdullah Al Mamoon of Dhaka Special Judge Court 5 delivered the judgment in the jam-packed court in her absence. Sheikh Hasina, who took shelter in India amid the mass protests on August 5 last year, got 7 years in jail in each case, totaling 21 years of jail. Her son Shajib Wajid Joy and daughter Saima Wajid Putul were also awarded 5 years in jail each, with Joy facing a fine of 1 lakh taka. Former Rajuk official Khurshid Alam, who was present at the dock during the verdict delivery, was sentenced to 1 year of jail. Besides, Housing and Public Works official Saiful Islam Shorkar was acquitted from the charges in the cases. The court in its observation said Sheikh Hasina betrayed the country by grabbing public property under her name without following legal procedures. On November the 23rd, the court set November the 27th to deliver judgment in the cases filed by Anti-Corruption Commission (ACC) over graft. On July the 31st, the court framed charges against 47 people, including Hasina, her son Shajib Wajid Joy, daughter Saima Wajid Putul in the case. 91 witnesses testified in the cases. The ACC filed the 6 cases in January this year, accusing them of illegally securing Rajuk plots, misusing their positions. Charge sheets in all 6 cases were submitted to the court. According to the case statement, Sheikh Hasina and her family members, in collaboration with high-ranking officials of Rajuk, allocated plots on political considerations through abuse of power and irregularities. On July the 20th, the 6 cases over Rajuk plot allocation were transferred to the 2 special courts, Dhaka Special Court 4 and Special Court 5. In the case over killing of Abu Saeed of Rangpur, the first March of July mass uprising, the testimony of the case's investigating officer, Muhammad Alamgir, has been completed against 30 accused, including former Vice-Chancellor of Begum Rokeya University, Hasibur Rashid. The next hearing for testimony has been set for 9th December. In addition, in another case over killing of 3 people in front of Gauripur police station in Mymensingh on August the 5th during July uprising, the tribunal directed that an investigation report against the 6 arrested accused be submitted by 28 December. These 2 orders were issued today by the judicial bench of 3-member International Crimes Tribunal 2, led by Justice Muhammad Nazrul Islam Chaudhry. The 2 other members of the tribunal are retired District and Session Judge Manzoor al-Bashid and District and Session Judge Noor Muhammad Shahriar Kabir. Earlier, the recording of testimony in the case began on 28 August with statement of Abu Saeed's father Maqbool Hussain. Out of the 30 accused in the case, 6 have been arrested while the remaining 24 are absconding. Meanwhile, in another case related to July uprising over killing of 2 people, including shooting of Amir Hussain, who was hanging from the cornice of a building in Rampura, the International Crimes Tribunal fixed 2nd December for the next hearing of testimony against 5 accused, including former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman. This order was given today after completion of testimony at Tribunal 1. At the same tribunal, in the case of a killing of 6 people, including Martyr Anas in Chankarpur area of the capital during July uprising, cross-examination of final witness, the Chief Investigating Officer Muhammad Munirul Islam, has been completed against 8 accused, including former DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman. The tribunal will fix 30th November as the date for presenting arguments. With completion of the defense's cross-examination, testimonies of a total of 26 witnesses in this case have now been completed. What remains are presentation of arguments and finally pronouncement of the verdict. Earlier, 16 accused who had been arrested in these 4 crimes against humanity cases were produced before the tribunal in the morning. All Bangladeshi expatriates who turn 18 by 18 December 2025 will be able to register as voters for the upcoming national polls through postal voting app. Election Commission Senior Secretary Akhtar Ahmed said this while briefing journalists regarding expatriate voting app at the EC headquarters today. Akhtar Ahmed said voter registration temporarily suspended in 7 countries, Bahrain, Kuwait, Malaysia, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia and the UAE, will resume by next Friday. Earlier, Chief Election Commissioner AMM Nasiruddin chaired a view exchange and pre-preparation meeting with law enforcement and security agencies. 4 election commissioners, EC Senior Secretary and chiefs of all law enforcement and intelligence agencies participated. After the meeting, the Senior Secretary said Election Commission seeks cooperation from all concerned to hold the national election in a festive and peaceful environment. He also said that armed forces officers will continue to exercise magistracy powers until 28 February 2026. An earthquake jolts Dhaka and other parts of the country this afternoon. The tremor, measuring 3.6 on the Richter scale, was recorded at 4:15 p.m., said Bangladesh Meteorological Department BMD. The epicenter was located at Khorashal in North Shindi, 28 kilometers northwest of BMD seismic center. Many could not feel the quake as it was a mild one. Early on November the 21st, a 5.7 magnitude massive earthquake jolts several parts of Bangladesh, leaving at least 10 people dead. 2 mild aftershocks also struck parts of the country the next day, spreading panic among residents. The Winter President's Parade was held to mark the commissioning of trainee cadets from Bangladesh Air Force's 87 Bafa course and 2 other courses. The parade was held at Bangladesh Air Force Academy Parade Ground in Jashore. Chief of Air Staff Air Chief Marshal Hassan Mahmud Khan attended the ceremony as chief guest, visited the parade and received salute. He also distributed medals and flying badges among the graduating officers. Officer Cadet Nafis Rafid received the Sword of Honor for overall excellence in 87 Bafa course. Officer Cadet Sadiq Islam Tamim was awarded Bir Shreshto Motiur Rahman Trophy for outstanding performance in flying training, and Officer Cadet Jannat Israt Sabah got Commander's Trophy for excellence in general service training. Besides, Officer Cadet Nusrat bint Islam Naiz received the Chief of Air Staff's Trophy for Best Performance in Ground Branch of 87 Bafa course. Bir-Uttam Bodrul Alam Squadron was awarded the Academy flag as Champion Squadron. In his speech, the Chief of Air Staff said the Air Force's training system has been modernized and made time appropriate with the addition of modern training aircraft, radars and simulators. He mentioned that training standards of Bangladesh Air Force are now recognized internationally. Air Force personnel from various countries are taking part in BAF training programs. He said the Air Force is being equipped with state-of-the-art aircraft and equipment to meet demands of future aerial warfare. The Air Chief urged the newly commissioned officer cadets to enhance their skills by utilizing advanced technologies, including artificial intelligence. A total of 40 officer cadets, including 8 women, were commissioned through the parade. Later, the audience enjoyed a flypast by Academy aircraft, an aerobatic display and a para-jumping exhibition by BAF paratroopers. Seven patients died of dengue and 567 were hospitalized across the country with dengue fever in the last 24 hours. According to Directorate of Health, with the latest fatalities, total number of deaths from mosquito-borne disease in the country has risen to 377 this year, and 92,784 dengue patients were admitted to hospitals. Now, international news.